Okay, so right now you're my new best friend because you've signed up to take this training course. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do my best to make sure that you learn lots of useful, practical stuff about user experience. And at the same time, I'm going to make sure we have a bit of fun along the way. So let me begin by telling you a little bit about who I am. So my name is David Travis. I've worked in the field of usability and user experience since 1989. So what's that? Over 25 years. My academic background, well, I'm a psychologist by training. I've got a first degree and a PhD in psychology. And I think that will come across in the training because what I'm going to emphasise is the fact that it's understanding your users that matters much more than understanding the technology. And there's good reason for that, which is that users don't change very much over time, whereas technology, well, that changes enormously. I spend most of my time doing consultancy, probably 75% of my time doing consultancy, the rest doing training. Now, that balance works quite well, really, because it ensures the consultancy I do is theory-driven, but it also makes sure the training that I do is based on best practice, and that's what you're going to hear about on this course. I've worked on the usability of loads of different stuff in the past. Websites, obviously, we'll talk a lot about that on this training course, but I've also carried out usability tests and usability studies of mobile phones, Xbox controllers, interactive voice response systems, the ones where you press 1 for sales, 2 for customer support, and so on. I've even looked at the usability of microwave ovens and fridge freezers, believe it or not. And I've also written a couple of books on usability. The latest one is called E-commerce usability. When it first came out, I planned to call it web usability or software usability or product usability. I was toying with various titles. But the publisher said, put e-commerce in the title. You'll sell shed loads more copies. So I followed their advice. Now, I've also been tracking the sales rank on Amazon over time. And I was interested to see, where did it appear? Did it get in the top 1,000? Maybe even the top 500? In fact, the best it ever did in Amazon's sales rank was it got to position 289,495. So I hate to think what would have happened if I hadn't followed their advice. But I've learned from that mistake. My next book on usability will be called Harry Potter and the F-Plan Usability Diet. I'm sure it will get in the top 10. Okay, let's move on. What I'd like to do now is review the objectives for the training. What is it you're going to get out of this course?